Welcome to Triple T Thursday, and I am excited to chat with you today. And if you're out there, I would love to know what is in your cup, and I will tell you what is in my cup. And that is, by the way, can we talk about how cute this little glass is? This was given to me on the Creators and Friends trip, and this was from the brand Cleona Cosmetics, although, and it's dripping condensation on me, but this was really fun. We were given this during the Creators and Friends trip, and we also got to make nail polishes with Cleona, and that was super duper fun. So there's that. You'd like some butter chicken, please? You know what? Honestly, so thank you, one, for watching that video. If you don't know what Adam's referring to, last night for date night, is my camera completely crooked? Yeah, it is. It's all right. It's all right though. So last night I decided that for our usual Wednesday dinner date night that I was going to do something, and we called it the Chicken Olympics. And that was me ordering 4 different chicken dishes from a local restaurant and then having my husband and I rate them. And, no surprise, butter chicken was first, but it was still a fun time. So good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. This camera is going to bother me because it is so crooked, but I know that if I reach up here right now and try and fix it, it's gonna do me dirty. I just know it is. Let me see here if I can. And you see me, I'm still going to attempt it. Oh, wait, how about that? Oh, that's not so bad, actually. Hey, except you can't see. That was pretty close, though. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to ruin it. How about that? How about that? That's... I did it. Not bad. All right, sweet. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Amazon Prime Day. So one, if you're out there... Oh, I didn't even finish the rest of that. Sorry. So scatterbrained. Anyways, in here, what's in my cup officially is going to be the Liquid IV. This is the green apple kombucha. It's like the tart green apple kombucha flavor one. This one's my favorite flavor from Liquid IV. And I found out I still have a discount code that works at Liquid IV. It's not a code that gives me an affiliate link, like commission. It's just a link that saves money, or a code that saves money. So if you're ever shopping on liquidiv.com, you can use Shelly Saves the Day, and it will save you, I think it's like 30% off of the flavors. And that is my flavor. Absolutely. There's a new peach one that I really want to try too. So I'm excited about that one. Okay. So let's talk what's in your cup too. And we're going to finish the butter chicken story. Is that basically instead of date night when he would normally get butter chicken, I got 4 different chicken dishes, and then we got to rank them 1 through 4. And butter chicken was still supreme, but it was fun to try out all these other dishes too. So there's that. Okay. 1, did anybody buy anything from Amazon Prime Day? I did actually buy some stuff, not as much as I was thinking, because, as you go on, you start to think maybe there's just not so much stuff I need. You know what I mean? Honestly, do you need all this stuff? No. And let me see here. What is wrong with... I bet you it's about dinner time, so... Let me see here. I'm going to put that up here. Maybe Coop needs food. There's that. Okay, so Amazon Prime Day. A 2-day event, and usually some discounts, although some controversy is to be had now at this point, where are things on sale actually on sale? What do I mean by that? So way back in the day, I think y'all know I used to work at Best Buy, and Best Buy would do things like commonly they would bring in products for Black Friday that weren't even normally part of the product assortment and SKU. They were special SKUs that were only made for they were only brought in basically for Black Friday. So they were special items that once you sold out of the units, like they weren't going to be replenished and brought to the stores. It was just a certain amount of number of SKUs that you had for that. Okay, let me just make sure that I did this correctly. And we're doing all the things that we want. Maybe. Let's do this here. So it was funny because then people would be like upset that like, one, if there were limited quantities of items too, that they weren't going to be able to get them, right? And it would be like, 4 per store or, something stupid like that. And of course, people would be mad at us as if it was like up to us at the store level, like what was coming in and how many you'd get. A lot of the time they were distributed based on store volume. And so, if you were in a store that did historically and significantly higher amounts of revenue than others, then you might be allocated one extra, or if you were in a certain area, but it wasn't always the case. So, number one, there'd be special SKUs, right? And then another thing that would happen would be, if someone had to do a return or wanted to do an exchange or anything like that, many, many times there wouldn't be a applicable item to swap with them because it wasn't a normal thing. And it was, and a lot of the time they were already priced at what it was going to be, that thing. And so, sorry, anyways, all that to say, there would also be times and instances where you would see a product and it would be, let's just say for round numbers, an item's like $100, okay? And very frequently in store, it would be sold for like $79, okay? Now, Black Friday comes around or, Prime Day or something equivalent. What they'll do is they'll say that it was like $110 and then say, but there's a 30, coupon. And so it's like, oh, but it's on sale for like $79, something like that. So it's actually the same price. It's just they make it look like it's on. Does that make sense? So let's just say it's always sold for $20 or $30 off. What they do is they show you the original price and then be like, oh, but for Prime Day, you get $20 or $30 off. And it's like, but any other day of the week, sometimes it's kind of the same too. Now, there are, of course, exceptions. There are some items that were really discounted, right? So I know there was something that I had in my cart and it did go down in price. And then later when I didn't buy it, it did go back up in price, back to the regular price. So, but there are also stories of people who had put in things like it loaded into their Amazon cart, expecting that the price would go down. And then all of a sudden, Prime Day rolls around when you think you're getting a really good deal and you go to your cart and it's actually the same or more expensive. So there's that. So it's very frequently a time when they might actually have special items that are only brought in for Prime Day and they inflate what the regular price is so they can just say that it's on sale so that it's pretty much damn near the same price that it normally is all the time. So those are two very common tactics. But let's talk a little bit about Prime Day. Prime Day originally started July 15th back in 2015. And it was celebrating the 20th anniversary of Amazon. And so that's where it originally came from. It lasted 24 hours and it was only available in 9 countries. So Amazon is available in many more countries now. And I think Prime Day is usually universal across all those. But what they're doing, it was available in the United States, England. So it was like Spain, Germany, Italy, some of those like more European and everything, France, Canada, and those were kind of the countries. So it kind of started out where it was going to be this 24 hours flash sale, and it was a big deal. Now they're starting to do stuff like every 2 hours there's a new flash sale, and all of their things that are branded by them. So a lot of the Kindles and a lot of the Fire tablets and that kind of stuff are not the Nest device, but their version of Alexa Dots and stuff like that. A lot of those things tend to be then discounted as well. And because they are the manufacturer of them as well, like honestly, they can afford sometimes hitting those margins and take a loss. But the thing is also, most of the time they do that as a loss leader, just like a supermarket does with like meat on sale or something like that. And, conveniently the meat, deli, all that stuff, where stuff is on sale is usually in the back of the store because you have to go through the store. So if you don't think that store mapping and geography is a thing, it's completely a thing, right? Like, and most of the time, and it was at, in retail stores as well, like when we worked at Best Buy or something, you knew that people would come into the store and usually walk off to the right. And so the racetrack, as you would call it, was usually in a certain way. So the stores are mapped out strategically, very strategically, in a specific type of way to go with customer flow, traffic, and then based on what they want you to look at. So a lot of the stuff too, that if you want to look at appliances and stuff you have to walk through the entire store and you have to get to the back. It's a whole thing, right? And but I digress. So we're talking about Amazon Prime Day, and yeah, we do have an influx in orders and all that stuff happening. But another thing that also happens is a lot of the people will end up having more reported accidents in the workplace, of which Amazon is already not fantastic at. One, underreporting or reporting the amount of them, but two, the conditions. I think we've all heard about the drivers who pee in bottles and the workers who don't take breaks and all of that stuff that happens. And it's not the best. And so you can imagine it's very chaotic and not great 48 hours because, obviously people are still trying to get their stuff within the Prime, because you have to, a lot of the time, be a Prime member, and pay for that membership to participate in some of these deals, not all of them, but some. So, people are expecting 1 or 2 day delivery on a lot of items. And so you can imagine that the warehouses are very hectic as they're trying to make sure that everything is still taken care of. Okay. So an interesting thing about the whole Amazon thing and the fact that they do it in July. So it's why in July? Yeah, it's celebrating an anniversary, but it's also this summer sale. It's Christmas in July type of thing. And it's a completely manufactured event just so that they can drive more revenue and traffic to the site, right? And it's a slower period for retailers as people are usually starting to go on family vacations and they're starting to, not be in their house. And so it provides this influx of people who come back to the website so that they can remember that Amazon has something that they can't live without and then, want to be making these orders, right? And there's also that thing where once you get something, you're probably going to get hit with something else that oh, maybe this would, because what do? They have their own algorithm that shows you people who bought this also like this, people who did this, and all of a sudden you're whoa, what else did they buy? And what else? Oh, what accompanies this thing that I just got? And then it also becomes this fear in the moment that if you don't purchase the thing, that you could lose out on this deal, right? So it's oh no, this speaker that's $50 is now on sale for $45, but it says that it's normal price of $79. What's going to happen tomorrow? Tomorrow it's going to be $50, but I digress. So summer and, trying to drive traffic to the website so that they can get more sales is also a good way for them, because a lot of the time, a lot of the retailers, they have such slim margins when it comes to most of those things. And it's done in November, December, which is that tail end of the year. So it's this whole, am I going to make it type of thing. And so if you get this influx in the middle of the year, it's easier to also scope and model out what you're going to need, or what revenue is going to look like, right? And it's also a good time to try out new manufacturers and see, I know BK Beauty brushes was for the first time on Amazon, and they just did a whole bunch of brushes, and I love their brushes too. So I think it's an amazing test for a lot of these retailers to see, hey, if we do an Amazon Prime special with this retailer now, how does this look in terms of complaints, returns, order fulfillment, customer satisfaction, product quality? And then would that be something that you would explore during the, holiday season? Now, all of that being said, let's talk a little bit about how, and the reason I want to talk about this is because everywhere you turn online on YouTube is now Amazon Prime Day deals, Amazon Prime wish list, Amazon recommendations. And there's a few things that I want to talk about when it comes specifically to the Amazon list that I'm seeing, because there are a lot of people who are involved in the influencer program and people who are involved inside of the associates program. So we've talked extensively about both of these, right? So the associates, anybody can sign up for. You can use the site Stripe. You're driving off-site traffic revenue from usually a YouTube video, blog post, whatever, maybe a link inside of Instagram, and you're swiping up and having people being directed to a link affiliate landing page of some kind of some product on Amazon, right? So that's going to be all in the associates realm. Now, when we get into The influencer program, which is that next tier up, which is going to be so you can have a storefront, so you can be making product videos, so you can do the live streaming, so that you can make the product pages. I know it's weird not seeing Pixel via, right? That is a whole other level. And then based on different things, there's also going to be, I mean, this is also true with the associates as well, but people don't pay attention as much to the commission rates. So the commission rate is anywhere between 0% to 10%, or more like 8% on a product. And it could be dependent on category. So beauty could have a different category than like luxury perfume, or clothing, or electronics, which historically has been very low margins. So Europe, Amazon has been aggressively advertising to students. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Especially for Prime Day. It's like, oh, you know, not only back to school, or do up your dorm room, or cheap equipment that you need for, you know, school, those types of things that make sense. So a lot of people, like a ton of people, are all doing these Amazon wish list or Amazon Prime Day recommendation type videos. So I have not made one of those. And the same could be said for the Nordstrom anniversary sale. And the Nordstrom anniversary sale is pretty much the same thing. So just instead of associates creating a product link for the item on the Amazon website, it's people creating links for items that you get at Nordstrom's website, right? Can we see the boots? There you go. I hope that helps. Wait, let me move the mic. There you go. So very much around the same time, right? You got the Nordstrom anniversary sale. We've got Amazon Prime Days both going on. Now, I don't have a problem at all with people creating videos, wish lists, product recommendations, because a lot of the time, you know, funny enough, funny story, I once got into a verbal spat with someone about affiliate links and influencers and whatnot, to the point where they blocked me on social media. And I was like, wow, I thought we were just having a discussion. But basically, here's what I have a problem with, is that the people who don't disclose properly. Now, FTC is going to say we have specific ways that we need to communicate with our audience that things that we're doing are gaining us money, right? So we have to do things like, we're supposed to verbally disclose. We're supposed to use #ad, or if it's a paid deal, we're supposed to hit the paid product advertisement type of paid product placement button. And a lot of people don't, and it is rampant, especially you see it on full display for things like Amazon Prime Day and for Nordstrom anniversary sale, which gives influencers a really bad rap and a really bad name. We have some of the biggest on the platform doing these things, and it's like, here, swipe up, because so many of you are asking about what shirt I'm wearing today, and I've linked it right here. Just swipe up, never disclosing that it's actually an affiliate link. And it's like, it's fine, but just say that. Just say, hey, if you swipe up here, or you know, you say it's an affiliate link. And the way that the FTC has also said it is that we have to not only put the #ad, #link, you know, like paid, or you know, whatever. I even do sometimes #gifted or PR or something, just so I, even though it's not required, just to be safe and put it out there. But I'm seeing so many of these people who'll have like an entire wall of links in their description without ever even having the Amazon verbiage, which is, you know, like, as an Amazon associate, I earn commissions from qualified purchases, and people aren't even including that, or saying that like some of these links in the description are affiliate links, which mean that if you click on them, that I could earn a small commission. And, you know, I even go as far as to say, like, these links don't cost you anything extra. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. You can Google the product. And I usually go out of my way also to like list the name of the product and then have a link. And a lot of people will just say like lipstick, and they don't even list brand or color. They just have like links. Or some people don't even like say lipstick and then link. They just do just a wall of links. So you click on them randomly and like blindly to be like, here's 20 links, a wall of 20 links. I don't know which one is the lipstick, but like I'm clicking on it. And you're like, oops, nope, it's the sunglasses. So I have a problem with that too, because not only then do you see no disclosure of affiliate link, and technically it's supposed to be not just at the bottom, but like somewhere towards the top where you can see it. And for us as influencers, we're supposed to say it. We're supposed to have it on screen. We're not supposed to hide it between like in the lower left-hand corner if you're on like Instagram or TikTok or something where like all of the description and whatnot is. You're supposed to actually put it, pretty big and visible. And I feel like the FTC is going to start cracking down on some of these people who have definitely violated all of these rules because they're not doing it. And it's so interesting because it's like, not only are you doing this, let's say for Amazon Prime Day, but it's like, when does it become okay? It's only okay if you're making extra money. So we remove these affiliate link type of disclosures when it's Amazon Prime Day and when it's, like Christmas time or, your back to school haul or whatever. And that's the thing is I don't care at all if you go get your money and do it with affiliate links. It's a good way to do it. However, I just don't like the way that a lot of people try and hide it. So can you let me know if you're with me on this one? The way that people hide it, it just makes it so slimy and to me, and I really, really don't like that at all. So that being said, now let's talk a little bit about maybe some of the stuff that you all bought on Amazon. So let me see if I'm going to go see if I can find my Amazon orders. And I will tell you what I just bought because, and what I bought actually because of Prime Day. Because I just shop on Amazon a lot too, right? So it's like, there are purchases I was going to make. I was hoping they might be on sale for Prime Day, but even if they weren't, I was still going to buy things. You know what I mean? So let me go into some of my orders recently, and I'm going to show you what I got. So, orders. Now it's depressing going into Best Buy now. There's no inventory or help. Yeah, and brick and mortar stores, a lot of the time, they're having a hard time. One, a lot of people aren't wanting to work. And, the public has always been sometimes, dealing with the public has not always been the best, but people have just been super entitled and gotten so much worse. And I think everyone's frustrated. People are frustrated. They go to stores, the stores are empty, they can't get help. Workers are frustrated because people keep yelling at them like it's their fault. And they're like, I don't need to deal with it. You know what I mean? And so it's like this never ending thing. They can't hire enough people who are happy to be there. But also on the same end, some of these big corporations, they don't give enough budget because they're trying to keep these profit margins slim in a certain way to be able to say that each store is profitable, right? So obviously you could have, you have to have this satisfaction. It's like the same thing that Google tries to do. It says, how many ads can we shove in front of a person before they get so frustrated and sign up for YouTube Premium, or they leave the platform altogether, right? So they're doing this delicate dance. As are, let's say, a company like Best Buy, we're like, how bare bones of a skeleton crew can we give before we finally get so many complaints from customers being angry about never having staffing that it affects our bottom line, right? So it's all kind of a balancing act. So okay, so I did buy something. I don't even think it was a Prime Day sale. I got a tiny little Bluetooth speaker, and I know that sounds dumb because I've got like 2 big Bluetooth speakers. But the thing is, I went yesterday for my dance team to a local tennis court, and I was bringing one of my big old speakers, and I was like, I just need something smaller because I'm not even turning up the music that loud, but this is the only speaker that I have. So I needed a smaller speaker, which sounds just first world problem. But I was riding my scooter and I was chucking that thing into my backpack, and it took up like the entirety of the backpack. So I was like, I need a smaller little speaker. So I bought that. I bought a newer type of phone stand because I'm always testing out different phone stands and whatnot. So it's just one that has like different angles and whatnot. Hey, Mark Bowers, how's it going? Good to see ya. And then I am such a petulant little brat, okay? I decided that even though I have the DJI wireless mic, one, I really want the DJI wireless mic 2 because it's Bluetooth, and also, one, because it's Bluetooth, but 2, there is an adapter that you can get on certain Sony cameras that if you slide the adapter into the cold shoe mount, you can then use the DJI wireless mic second version and not have to plug in the auxiliary cable from the receiver unit into the camera, which may not seem like a big deal at all until you're trying to like deal with that and the flip out screen and this cable getting in the way and all this stuff, right? So the thing is, it's right here. I love this whole mic setup, but it is kind of cumbersome. And if it's just something that I want to plug into my cell phone, right, I still have to have this huge receiver because these don't do Bluetooth. So it's just like, so I don't use it because it's such a pain in the butt. Now, I do have the Shure Bluetooth mics, which are great and they're small. However, the problem with it is they are limited to the software that they have. The only way that you can use them is you can use them through their Shure Motive Video app, or you can use them if you want to live stream to YouTube or to Facebook, but only to your profile and not to a page, and only to a specifically to a YouTube channel. It doesn't work. So if I'm on TikTok, it doesn't work. If I want to use Instagram, it doesn't work. So otherwise you'd have to buy this big old receiver thing, which is like a good $200 extra. And I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me, but for $200, I could just go out and buy one of the DJI wireless little tiny receiver ones that's $99 and just use that with my cell phone. However, they fail to tell you, and I will tell you though, that if you do not use it with the DJI Pocket Osmo 3 or use it with the receiver type thing, you cannot do active noise cancellation and you can't do onboard audio recording if you're using it through Bluetooth. No one tells you that, which I think is really, really dumb. Okay. So all of a sudden the shine is starting to wear off that rose. But I was just like, there has to be a lightweight, simple solution. And a lot of the time, like, if I'm out there on the go, do I really need to record? No, but I just want to have something and not have to carry around this stupid thing. So I saw a couple of Prime Day deals, and there is like a USB-C version. So a while back, I don't know if y'all remember, but YouTube Shorts actually sent me YouTube Shorts branded little microphone. And they sent me one for an iPhone, but with a lightning cable, and my iPhone uses USB-C. So I couldn't even use it because I don't have a lightning cable anymore, and I'm sure I could go use an adapter, and that wasn't the point, right? I was just like, no, that's not going to work for me. So what I decided to do is I pretty much got a very, very, very similar set to that. I didn't need, it comes, no matter what you do, they all seem to come with two. You can get one for like $19, and then for $23 you have the option of having two, right? So I ended up getting the one that has an option for two, and then I got another one because it was like half off and then an additional 30% coupon or something, right? So it was like a good discount, and I decided I would try that one too. I could report back, and if also one of them fails or isn't good, I could, have a backup, because they were like $20 a piece. So I got two different little kits for $20. So the next thing that I bought, watch the latest Spirit Air Agent Gate video. Never, ever, ever fly Spirit. No, I wouldn't. You got a nice JBL speaker? Yeah. Oh, nice. But you're not testing whatnot. I'm annoyed I purchased a Shure iPhone mic about 6 years ago. Nice mic, but it's lightning only. And of course, Apple initially went USB. Yeah. Anchor has a Prime deal on a battery pack with a built-in USB-C. See, that'd be kind of cool. All right, so the other thing, I did make one other order. Tech with Terrence, what's up? We're talking about Amazon Prime Days. So some of the stuff that we bought and the history of Amazon Prime Day, and also how some influencers have done some weird stuff with the way that they disclose or fail to disclose, more so. Let's be accurate. So way back in the day, remember last time when I aggravated my back, it was after I gave my dogs a haircut. I decided I was never allowed to, well, that's not true. My husband also decided I wasn't allowed to try and groom the dogs anymore, and we take them to get their haircut. But I did actually end up getting a little haircut groomer thing, because there was just some stuff that I can't live with, and I need the right tools. So I got a tiny like a little kit, it's like a little battery one. And then there was a couple of shirts that I purchased that I thought was one brand because they look exactly like this one brand, and I found out after I ordered it, it's not the same brand. It's a lookalike. So we'll see how that goes. And then last but not least, I bought a portable air pump. And the reason I did is because my husband, I don't know if I told you all this, but I got a flat tire because he ran over a nail or a screw or something like that. So my tire was completely deflated, and we did have to go get it repaired and everything, but I'm just like paranoid that like what happens, if I have a flat somewhere or something. And I was like, this rechargeable thing that maybe can help blow up tires. It was like 60% off of the lightning deal. I was like, they're listening to me. The robots are listening to me. So I got it. And I was like, I don't know, man. Right? And the thing is, even now, it's the same price it was when I bought it on this lightning deal. So I just think that's the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was actually ever that more expensive price. So I'm kind of mad about it, but I'm kind of not, because I still needed it. So that's what I'm going to say about that. So it says that it will do cars, bikes, motorcycle tires, and then like things like basketballs and footballs and stuff like that, because it has these little adapters. And I was like, well, there you go. It sounds like a good deal. So we're going to do that. So that's what I bought. What did you buy? Tech with Terrence, did you buy anything? I get roofing nails in all my tires all the time. I don't even drive much anymore. Oh, gosh. Yeah. So that's, but yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all about Prime Day. And the thing is, if you're seeing people who aren't disclosing properly, even though it seems like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or, there's a couple layers to this. One, either they're ignorant to what they can and cannot, what they should or should not be doing when it comes to disclosing affiliate links. To that, I say, for some people who are new and don't know, there's that. But a lot of the time, as you agree to the terms and service, right, you are supposed to read the terms and service, or at least abide by them. Those are the rules. And in addition to whatever Amazon is saying, we are responsible to the federal type of stuff. Or if it's not the FTC, if you're not in the United States, there is some governing organization usually inside of your country as well. So there's going to be something also having it. And in fact, they came out with a pretty little PDF that was, FTC disclosures for influencers, all that stuff, right? So we know that there is information out there that people have access to about how they're supposed to disclose, and the fact that so many of them don't. So some of it do it, again, they don't know. Some of them do it, they do know, and some of them know they're supposed to and they refuse to. You know what I'm saying? So one, you have to be careful about sometimes the people that you're following when you see stuff like that. And I'm more sensitive now to it because, I'm in this world, I'm in this sphere, and I'm like, ooh, that doesn't make you feel good. That makes you feel kind of like that person is hiding something. And it's just like, do you really think your audience is going to be that much less likely to click on it if you say, like, this is an affiliate link? Really? I don't know. Because all you need to do is get fined one time, right? And then all of a sudden, was it worth it? Was it worth it? So, okay. Oh, and one last thing. I did make a TikTok because recently I just saw this shadow sparkling. I made a TikTok just because it has, oh my gosh, I was going to record something and then I saw that it has all these different filters. And I was like, these filters are wild, yeah. I mean, it's fine. If you want to use a filter, like, more power to you. Like, you can do that. But it was also kind of like, I saw a section on Philip DeFranco show where he was saying that people, it's called some sort of like Snapchat filter disease, I don't know, whatever it's called, dysmorphia, because people get so used to seeing themselves through this filtered type of lens, whether it's on, TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat, and, your skin is smoother and your hair, is better, and your eyes are brighter and your skin looks better and all this different stuff. And so people are so used to that now that they get so mad or disappointed or depressed about how they look in real life. So there's also been this uptick of people, and like especially kids, who are going in and trying to get plastic surgery or like different cosmetic procedures done so that they can look more like these filters. So that they were said, used to be the people come in with pictures of like their idealized nose or something they want to look like from a celebrity. Now what they do is they take a photo of themselves using some sort of filter from one of these sites, download it, and then give it to the doctor, being like, this is me, this is how I want me to look, basically. But it's like really done in with this filter. So it's becoming more of this thing where people are now getting way more procedures, doing way more different makeup and consumerism around that stuff than ever before, because of all of this dysmorphia that's happening from people and the way that their face is coming across. So, all right. So Rich Graham, great to see you. How are you, friend? It's nice to see you. So Rich Graham has a question. He says, is it enough to put disclosure in the description, or do you have to say it on the screen in the US? So here's the deal. Hey. Hi. Yes. Sorry, he has entered the room. Hello. Hi. Let's talk a little bit about the disclosures. You know what? And like I said, there's what is supposed to be happening, what's actually happening. So you know what? I am thankful for you that you are wanting to talk about this. So let me see if I can bring up the main web page. Is it going to bring up the right web page? Yes. Look at that. All right. So let me boom, 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 boom. But let me, I think it's control. Yes. Nope. I want it smaller. Here. So here's the official word from the FTC, right? And this is the disclosures 101 for social media influencers. And I know this is a very long-winded and roundabout way to avoid talking to your points, but I think it's good for everybody to every once in a while have a refresher in this, okay? So it's a little bit about who they are, all that stuff like that. And it's saying basically this is your responsibility, along with the terms of service that you sign when you're going into Amazon or, you know, Reward Style or any of these others. So if you have a financial, employment, personal, or family relationship with a brand, technically we're supposed to be disclosing, right? If it says, if they give you free or discounted products or other perks, and then you mention one of its products, make a disclosure, even if you weren't asked to mention that product. So you could say, you know, something that I put like hashtag PR, hashtag gifted on the screen, or I also can add that inside of the hashtag section officially. And then anytime I put an affiliate link, if I say like, oh, you want to see these cool sunglasses I'm wearing, you can swipe up to get them for yourself as well. I will put affiliate link as like a little on-screen thing, as a sticker. In fact, I have an affiliate link sticker that I created inside of Giphy and put in there. And then I put that, or I also will put like AFL. I have AFL in my keyboard text replacement as a quick thing. So if you type in TY, you might get thank you. So if I put in AFL, it says affiliate link, and then there's a little star asterisk, and I might put that, and then like the link to the product. So, but let's continue. Let's dive right in, shall we? It says tags, pins, similar way of showing that you like a brand are technically endorsements, which I don't necessarily believe that to be true. Just because I tag a brand, it's not. But you know what? FTC is saying that it is, which I kind of disagree with. Okay. So if you're posting from abroad, it says U.S. laws apply if it's reasonably foreseeable that the post will affect U.S. consumers. So that's an interesting one, because all of these people who are like, I'm in Europe and blah, blah, blah. If the company that you're representing is based in the United States and you think the majority of the customers who see an order might be from the United States, then technically you should also be abiding by that. It's a weird, convoluted rule, right? And it says, if you have no brand relationship and you're telling people about the product you bought and happen to like, you don't need to declare that you don't have a brand relationship. So it's so interesting, because if you're like, if I don't have a brand relationship and I tag a product, I don't have to declare it. But if I tag it, you're also saying it's an endorsement, right? But also I might tag a brand that I'm having a problem with. That's not a endorsement, and I'm tagging them because I want them to respond to me. So I think it's kind of weird the way that some of this is phrased. Okay. So it says how to disclose properly. So one of the things is it has to be hard to miss. The disclosure should be placed with the endorsement message itself. Disclosures are likely to be missed if they appear only on the About Me or Profile page, at the end of a post, at the end of a video, or anywhere that requires a person to click more. So if you're on YouTube and then you see like the click more in the above the fold section, or like in the longer description box, technically if you have affiliate links, let's say if I think of this more so as like sponsored posts. Like if I had a sponsored YouTube video with Cleona Cosmetics and this nail polish and stuff like that, I would probably have an affiliate link to the product that I'm talking about in the video, and then I would have a little asterisk on my AFL affiliate link type of thing. And technically that should be above the see more, open more description box type of thing. However, I also have an entire list of discount codes and stuff that I put in all of my videos, which would be under the see more, and then I wait until I think closer towards the bottom. I think it's not at the very, very bottom anymore. I can double check on that, but I think I have it where it says like many of the links that you see, you know, could be affiliate links, and it can't earn commission. Like I said, like it doesn't cost you anymore. If you choose to use them, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. One of the things too is sometimes I also add in there that sometimes shortened links, which are not always the same as affiliate links. Sometimes I have shortened links because like you may have a product link that is like super, super duper long, just because that's how some websites do their like page linking and tracking. So because I have limited character space inside of the YouTube description box, I might create like a bit.ly type of link to that product, even though there's zero commission attached to it. And the only reason I do that is to maintain space inside of my description box. So I have a little, I think, blurb that says some links may not be affiliate links, but they're shortened for maintaining space in my description box. So I try to say that too. Technically, I could do more, like have a star next to every single thing that is an affiliate link. But I think I also tried to do something like you can use my affiliate link or like use my affiliate code Shelly to save 10% on this website. So like I try and do that, I think in that section for each of the brands, it says like Cleona Cosmetics, use affiliate code Shelly to, I haven't actually used Bitly. I was just using them as an example. How did they change? Tell me all about it. So, I lost my train of thought, but anyways, we'll keep going. So, do not mix your disclosure into a group of hashtags or links. So the disclosure part, I think, is like the whole verbiage on it. Now, I treat this separately between some of the sponsored than just like PR product or gifted product. Because I think like I don't hit like the sponsored thing unless they paid me for something, right? If they paid me for something, then I'm going to hit it's a sponsored. If they gave me or gifted me product, but I chose to make the video, because I tell any brand who sends me stuff, I may or may not make the video based on how I like it or my experience with the product. So if you send me something, it guarantees nothing. It does not guarantee you a post. It does not guarantee you a mention. It does not guarantee you a video. If I like it, maybe I'll talk about it, maybe I won't. Is kind of the communication that I have back and forth with some of the brands. So if your endorsement is in a picture platform like Snapchat and Instagram stories, superimpose the disclosure over the picture and make sure viewers have enough time to notice it and read it. So some people will do like a flash of like hashtag ad in the corner underneath like the thing where you might like hit to swipe or something. And technically that's not the way that it's supposed to be. Like you're not supposed to be able to miss it. You're supposed to have it prominently visible. You're not supposed to say like, hey, I made it in the text the same color as the wall behind me, but technically it's in the video. It's in the video. It's tagged, because that's easy to miss and it's not prominent. So that would actually still be a violation. So if you're making an endorsement in a video, the disclosure should be in the video and not just in the description uploaded in the video, because viewers are most likely to notice disclosures made in both audio and video. So some viewers may watch the video without sound and others may notice they may not notice superimposed words. So if it is going to be in a video, technically description only is going to be not enough to cover you. If they want to be sticklers about it, you may have to, say on screen like, thanks to Shure Microphones for sending me this microphone for evaluations, or all opinions are still my own. In the description box, you're going to say, thanks to Shure for sending me this product for review. But if they're not paying you to make the video for a review, I'm not going to say something like, this video is sponsored by So if I have a branded deal with Shure where they've paid me money, not just given me a piece of product, but paid me money, and there's an expectation, we've signed maybe some sort of contract about deliverables and talking points and stuff like that. Those are the types of things I would do inside of a sponsored video, but not inside of like a promo video from a gifted PR type thing. Tell me, does that make sense to y'all? Because it does to me, but if it doesn't, I'm happy to clarify again. So if they paid me to talk about the Shure SM7B, then I'm going to start my description with, this video is sponsored by Shure, and then say, use code Shelly on the website. I don't have a code. Okay, let me just make that clear. To save 10% on this microphone. And then this is an affiliate link or something like that. I would probably say all of that. If it was the case where Shure sent me this microphone for evaluation purposes, which they have done in the past before, I would say something like, Shure sent me this microphone for review. But I would not personally hit the sponsored endorsed post, like paid promotion tool inside of the back end of YouTube, because I got it as PR. There was no contractual obligation and no money changed hands, even though the product itself is worth money. So that's how I distinguish it. I think FTC is also disagreeing with me, because they're saying, hey, you got something of value, you should really be disclosing. So technically I think they would want me to say #ad, one, verbally disclose it. Thank you to Shure for sending me this microphone review. And then on screen, writing it on screen, visibly where people can see it for a good amount of time. This microphone was sent to me by Shure, or provided complimentary for review purposes. So if making an endorsement in a live stream, the disclosure should be repeated periodically so viewers who only see part of the live stream will get the disclosure. So here we are in this live stream. If we were doing an Amazon live for products that I recommend, and we were talking all about different things, and some of them were gifted or sponsored or whatever, it's not enough to say it only once at the very beginning of the live stream, because we all know that there might be, lots of people who cycle in at different times of the live. Someone who comes in at minute 15 may not be the same person who started at minute 2, may not be the same person who ends at minute 37. So that's why they're saying like every so often. How often that actually is, they did not specify. But here's the thing is, if you're live streaming in an hour long, is it unreasonable to say it 4 different times? Probably not. But is it unreasonable to then say it like once every 3 minutes or something? Probably is unreasonable to say that. So they are not very clear about that. Or if it's a live stream for 5 minutes, is once enough? I have questions. I always have questions. So if it says something like, use simplified and clear language. So it says, thanks to Acme brand for a free product are often enough, placed in a way that's hard to miss, right? So I think that is fair. So if you say, hey, thanks to Shure for sending me this free product for review, you can use your hashtag, Shure partner, if that was a thing, #ad. I take a little offense with the whole #ad. But if they're saying that, they also didn't say like how much dollar product. So if someone sends me like this 99-cent like hair tool, am I going to say like #ad for that? Like everything is going to be #ad for so many people. Or technically, if everyone was doing this, everything pretty much would be, because like tons of people get offers for all kinds of stuff all the time, right? So terms like advertisement, ad, and sponsored are the appropriate ones. And then the space limited terms, places like Twitter, where you only have like so many characters, you can say blank partner or ambassador, where the brand names are also options. And then you say it's fine, but not necessary to include a hashtag with the disclosure, such as #ad or #sponsored. So that's what I'm saying. It's not necessary. And they do say that here. They're saying it's fine, it's not necessary. So that kind of helps clarify some of that, because I don't think just because someone sent me a free product, I did put like today on my Instagram story, I said, oh wow, these sunglasses, I'm finally getting around to trying them. These were and I say it like #PR, #gifted. I said these were given to us from Sojos on the Creators and Friends trip that I took. So shout out to Sojos for giving these to us for free. So I did say it, and then I did hashtag in the corner PR/gifted, but I would not put #ad on that. I did not even put a link to Sojos nor that pair of sunglasses that I was wearing in that Instagram story. So I think that for me, I qualify as a proper disclosure, and I think FTC would agree with that. I think if I had also included a link with like a swipe up for this type of link, I would need to disclose that it was an affiliate link going to that specific like Amazon site, something like that. And it says, don't use any vague or confusing terms like SP, spawn, collab, or thanks, ambassador, and stay away from other abbreviations and shorthand when possible. So it says the disclosure should be in the same language as the endorsement itself. So you don't put like merci beaucoup on something that is said in English, right? So it says, don't assume that a platform's disclosure tool is good enough. Consider using it in addition to your own good disclosures. So I know that has been a thing where people were mad at Michaela Noguera, who is a beauty content creator, big on TikTok, Instagram, and I think now YouTube as well. But she is one of the worst offenders, as is Glamzilla, as is Jaclyn Hill, as, you know, for not revealing that things are sponsored or ads, or they're trying to become ads. So a lot of the things now that people will do is they'll do like some sort of outlandish or like really great review for some product, hoping that the brand is going to offer them money to start using it as an ad. Then they'll turn around and then sell it or license it to the brand, and then they never come back and actually hit the endorsement and change the term, saying that they're getting now affiliate or some sort of relationship with that brand. That happens a lot. I think one of the persons who was kind of talked about most about with that in a lot of like the online Twitterings that I hear is Glamzilla. So let's see. It says, you can't talk about your experience with products you haven't tried. I think this is an interesting one, because how many of those times do we have all kinds of videos out there about like, this thing is coming out, you know, are you going to buy it? Or so it's weird, because how can you talk about something, let's say like the brand new iPhone or the brand new iOS or something like that, if you haven't tried it? You know, so the people who sell like cell phone cases with using mock phones and like dummy units, technically is this a violation, because we're talking about an experience with a product. We're talking about the phone, but the product itself doesn't exist yet because it's done on mock-ups, right? So all of a sudden it's like, So it says, if you're paid to talk about a product and thought it was terrible, you can't say it's terrific. One, who's gonna know? Okay. But yeah, I would hope that if you really thought a product was really, really awful, that you wouldn't, just because someone paid you. But I think what's also worse than that is sometimes people will use a product fully knowing that it's not the product that they're tagging or trying to sell off as like what they're linking. This happens a lot, I guess, in the beauty world, because, you know, you pick up an eyeliner or something like that. It looks like a lot of other eyeliners. So you can say, this is my favorite eyeliner and it's by Urban Decay and it's currently half off today for Prime Days. But you're covering the thing, and really what you're using is e.l.f., right? I know that James Charles was once on record saying that he used to tag products that he didn't use just in hopes of getting reposted, because getting reposted back then in the Instagram days was cause for you to grow your base. So there's been shady stuff happening forever, right? So it says, you can't make up claims about a product that would require proof the advertiser doesn't have, such as scientific proof that a product can treat a health condition. You know, that this grew back my hair, that this redid some, you know, all of that stuff. Technically, we're not supposed to be doing that. So that is kind of the influencer 101 information there. So we'll come back over here to this one. So thanks for the bearing with me on the side story as we go through all of the different FTC disclosures. But that, I just want to make sure that question was technically answered. I think it was. It would be, it's not just enough usually to have it in the description. If it was gifted to you, I would put on screen gifted. I would say verbally gifted and, you know, thank them. So there's that. Okay. Any other things that y'all want to chat about? Otherwise, I thought that was kind of a fun one. The history of Amazon Prime Day and the inability for some people to follow their own FTC, not their own FTC, but like follow FTC guidelines in their own content. I thought it was something worth talking about. Hope you agreed and you thought it was interesting. But yeah, that's where we're going to end it for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you all next week, and enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks, y'all. Bye.